there. This is my 1 year and nearly 32,000 mile review of the 2017 Hyundai Elantra Sport. I did buy this car new. I bought it in mid-February of 2017, and I'm happy to report that I've put over 30,000 miles of, trouble-free miles on this car, and it really has been a good car. It's so far it's the best car I've owned. It was a really big jump. I previously was driving a 1994 Ford Explorer Sport, and that was a 5-speed manual, and I put like 30,000 miles on that car as well. I opted in this one for the Elantra. I got the 7-speed automatic DCT, dual clutch transmission, and it's really nice. Sometimes I do wish that I got the 6-speed manual, but I couldn't really justify it because, automatic transmission in this vehicle is much more efficient, and it's just better. I do a lot of Uber and a little bit of Lyft. So I do ride sharing and stuff, and I drive a lot, regardless of doing that anyways. So I drive a lot of personal miles on this car too. So I just couldn't justify getting, the manual transmission. I know some of you are probably going to scoff at that. No, it has to be manual. It has to be manual. Well, it doesn't. The paddle shifters are meh. I mean, they're all right. It can be convenient sometimes. I mean, the paddle shifters came in handy when we had some ice and snow, and had a hard time getting through some snow and up a hill. It can help with that, for holding gears and staying in a higher gear to not as much slippage. And yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's a great car. It's a great car. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, this is an absolutely great car. The interior has been great. I mean, the fit and finish is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing's loose or, no rattles. I haven't noticed anything like that. I mean, very, very few rattles or anything like that. Nothing bad. Power has been pretty consistent. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like it has lost a little bit of power since I drove it out of the dealership on day one. But that's an internal combustion engines. They slow down just a little bit. I mean, it's not noticeable. I mean, you probably wouldn't notice, but I have, just because I'm really meticulous and I notice every detail. I've kept this car really clean. The interior, back to the interior. Seats are good. I mean, leather. I feel like the leather's pretty decent. It's nice. Once I get home, I'll show you. There's a bit of a butt imprint on my seat. So for those of you out there who may be like me, if you're a skinny guy, I weigh like 160, 165 maybe, and I'm tall and skinny. I'm like 6 foot, so I got a skinny ass, and it sinks down into the seat pretty good. So the leather has a bit of my ass is now intrinsic to the driver's seat, but that's okay. Nice little touch. Other than that, everything's great. I mean, I don't know what to say. There's a little bit of wear. I mean, just a tiny, you can barely even see, just the tiniest amount of wear on the steering wheel on the left side on the bottom. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing. Like, the leather on the steering wheel's great. Everything's great. I mean, everything's good. One problem that I have had, or just more like a complaint, is the infotainment system. Little dashboard here. It kind of pisses me off sometimes because it's a little slow. So, sometimes when I get in my car, start it up, I'll throw it in reverse, and the backup camera won't come on for like 10 seconds. So I'll be in reverse for nearly 10 seconds without a backup camera. that's a little annoying. You know, especially from a car this car is not expensive. I mean, it's not cheap. You know, the MSRP when I bought it was 26. I got it for like, you know, 21.5 or, you know, just under 22. And that's around what they go for. They go anywhere between 19 and 21 or 22. And you know, so they're not wildly expensive cars, but for what you pay, you get a lot. You get a lot. I looked at the Civic, and you know, I looked at many options, and there you can see that flat bottom steering wheel with that little red thing. I think it's a little. I mean, I actually like the flat bottom steering wheel at the bottom. I actually think it's nice. I know that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, put the red thing and the, you know, put that little red notch at the top. I actually think it looks great. I really like it. It's very stylish. I mean, it is as fast as it looks. Well, maybe not quite as fast. It's a very aggressively styled car. It looks great, and it drives really well too. As a matter of fact, you can. I mean, it for a car that day one you buy it, it's gonna sound good. It has a great exhaust tune, and I know it's artificial, but who gives a fuck? You know, it sounds great. The turbo's good. I mean, everything about this car has just been very exceptional. It's just great. It's just a great car. It's the first Hyundai I've ever owned. I drove a Toyota Corolla for a little while before my mom took it. We signed on that car together, and I was moving away. I couldn't afford payments, so she took it. And yeah, I mean, it was a Corolla, and it was all right. I mean, you know, it was a Corolla. It was a sport trim, and you know, the problem with that is that it wasn't really sporty. Besides, like, it's, you know, sporty looks. You know, it looks kind of sporty, but it doesn't sound like that. I mean, this car, the sport badge is justified. It's turbocharged. It has 201 horsepower, 195 foot-pound torque at like 1,600 RPMs or something ridiculous like that. So pretty much all that torque is available almost immediately. It's a great car. One thing I really want to caution people on is oil changes. So if you're looking to get in this car, or you already own it and you haven't put many miles on it, change the oil early. All right. When I got the car, I think the dealer was telling me to change it every 5,000 miles. I say every like 3 to 5. Okay, I mean, ideally change it before that. Your first oil change should certainly be before 5,000 miles. Don't go all the way 5,000 miles, 6,000 miles. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, puts full. Obviously, it takes full synthetic. Put the best oil you can buy in it, and it'll treat you right. Gas. It calls for 87. The compression ratio is 9-to-1, and you know, actually, some people I've heard of, you know, some debate about this. Some people have been arguing. It does run better with premium fuel. All right, I know some of you people will probably tear me up in the comment section or just completely disagree. There is a difference. There's definitely more power. I feel like the power band like is longer when you put premium fuel in it. I mean, it has more power at higher RPMs, and it maintains that power much longer. And you know what? If I'm not mistaken, and I heard this from a YouTuber, and I'm sorry I can't remember which one exactly, but the guy was doing some testing on the car, and he concluded that Hyundai actually did use 93 premium to obtain the 201 and 195 foot-pound torque specs that they got, and they did not use 87. So I don't know if any of you guys know that for a fact, but if you do, I mean, you know, please display it. I haven't been able to find like palpable, you know, substantive evidence that that's true. When I asked one of the dealers, they said, "Oh, just put 87 in it. You know, it doesn't need 93." And obviously, don't put 93 in it all the time. I mean, it doesn't need it. This is not a race car. It's perfectly fine on 87. It runs fine. But every once in a while, I say after every oil change, it's fine. You know, put 93 in it. Have a little fun. You know, air it out. It's great. It does. You probably will notice a difference I have. Whenever I put 93 in, I definitely notice a difference. Maybe like 10, 15 horsepower, maybe. Like I said, some of you might think I'm retarded. I don't really care. I notice a difference. I haven't had to do anything to this car. I mean, you know, it's all under warranty. So it's great. And let me actually, you know, just to show you, for anyone who really wants to be sure that I put this many miles on it. There you go. 31,827. So, yeah. It's great. It's a great car. The interior, I've kept very clean, as you can see. I do have seat covers in the back, because I do Uber, and I don't like dirty asses. But yeah, I mean, it's held up well. I mean, everything's held up well. So now for my ass imprint in this vehicle. The fucking snow yesterday. See that? Yeah, you can. That's my ass. Here lies my ass. So, got 2 little divots for my perky butt bones, and yeah. And this is the fully loaded Sport, so it has you know, all the bells and whistles. Has Blue Link telematics, navigation system, has a bigger screen, blind spot detection, power sunroof, all that stuff. The only thing it doesn't have is the heated steering wheel, which I was a little surprised about. I thought that it would have a heated steering wheel, but it doesn't. Yeah, if you look at that panel, I'm pretty sure heated steering wheel is supposed to be right there, but it's not. I mean, I don't really care though. It's not the biggest deal, but overall, it's held up great. I mean, I still have this blue thing on here. It's been over a year. I usually get a brushless car wash, you know, every few weeks or so, at least once a month. I don't like car washes with brushes because, you know, you pick up debris from other cars. They might scratch yours. It has a, you know, I think it has does have premium wheels. And, you know, the car's in great shape. I mean, the only scuff it has is, you can barely even see it, but one time I scraped a curb there, and then a little bit there. It's a great car. It's a great car. Handling is great. It's very sporty, very sporty. I mean, it's, you know, it's has a low center of gravity. You can really throw it through corners. It's just a great car. I definitely recommend buying it, but like I said, if you do buy it, or if you already have one, you have many miles on it, change the oil. Be very punctual with that. Don't, you know, there's just, it's turbocharged. They may have a small turbo. Just change your oil properly, all right? Don't fuck it up. You know, if you have only a couple thousand miles on it, change the oil 3,000 miles. I mean, like, first oil change is free from the dealerships. Take advantage of that. Get the oil change early, and you'll like it. It's a great car. Shut up. Stop barking at me. Definitely recommend it. It gets good mileage too. So MPG, I'm averaging on average. On average, I average 31 MPG. In the city, they say it gets 27 in the city. I don't know who did that. I mean, I can get 27 in the city, but man, I really have to fucking Grammy it. I live in the Washington D.C. area in Northern Virginia, so just outside of Washington D.C. there's a lot of traffic. So when it's bumper to bumper, you're not gonna get 27. It's just not gonna happen. Highway, I can get like 34. So it's rated like 33. I mean, I can get even higher. I can get like 36. Hey, you little puppies. Are you a puppy? Yeah. They're happy to see me. So you can get very good mileage. You know, for a car that has this amount of horsepower, it gets great mileage. And my Corolla didn't get as good a mileage. And that car had, you know, 50 less horsepower or something ridiculous like that. It's a great car. I would definitely, if you're looking for something in that segment, it should be top on your list. Seriously, because it's more powerful than the Civic. You know, the current turbo Civic, maybe not the SI, but I thought it was a much better choice. So if you're looking for a car that's not only powerful but pretty efficient, I would definitely suggest getting it. I'm actually getting rid of this car, and the reason being is I put like I said, over 30,000 miles on it, and I spent a lot of money on gas and oil. I drive a lot, so now I'm looking into getting a hybrid or a fully electric vehicle. They're a little pricey and a little out of my reach. I really have to spread myself thin if I wanted to get like a Bolt or, you know, a Model 3 or something, but I'm looking into it just because I drive so damn much. But like I said, if you're looking for a car that's solid, this car is really solid. I think you'll definitely enjoy this car. So thank you for watching.